Hi everybody, welcome back to Pro Tools music production lessons here at Educator.com. Xpand 2. In this lesson we will take a look of second virtual instrument in Pro Tools called Xpand 2. In this instrument introduced on earlier versions of Pro Tools as Xpand and upgraded on Pro Tools 8th edition, and now we have it since then as Xpand 2. Xpand 2 makes its sound by playing back patches, which are combinations of 4 parts. There are 1200 samples comes with Xpand, and there are over 2000 preset patches in the instrument, which are all combinations of parts. First of all, when we take a look at our instrument here, if you turn the Xpand on, of course, the way we choose our instrument, we go to the plugin window. We didn't do that on the boom when we were going over, but that's how we get there. These are all stereo instrument tracks. You go under Instrument, under Multi-Channel Plugin, and you could see your virtual and third-party plugins, virtual instruments, samplers, everything. Xpand right down here selected. So once you select that channel is assigned to this instrument under your inserts. Same thing we did with the boom, but I don't think I showed it, assuming it's something basic that you all know. But if not, that's how we get the instrument up and running. At this point, I have the factory default sound. That's this Beneath the Waves. It's one of the bright pads automatically is on. So there is really a lot to talk about on this instrument, but I'm just gonna go over some of the basics so we can actually take a look how we can use presets, which there are so many right here, from pads to brass, from arpeggios to strings and vocals and loops. There's just so many things going on under this thing. I used Xpand 2 a lot, writing cues for TV shows and a couple of episodes. It's really a great instrument. First thing we're gonna do is a little bit take a look at this instrument. First of all, we can assign up to 4 different sounds here that we're gonna talk about. Then we can actually change their levels. We can pan and use their effects level all differently. We got our master up here. First thing, I would like to just go on some presets here on this menu, which is called Librarian Menu. The menu that we usually go to select our patches at that point, or select our sounds. This one called Librarian Menu. If you go over that, it already shows. That's not the only way to bring the sound up, but I'm going to talk about that in a second. Let's go here and let's say we were looking for a lead sound. So you have a choice of soft lead or hard lead, so depending on your arrangement. If you go here and choose the very first one, airy phaser lead, so it's one sound. It's a pretty cool sound. We can go to the plus sign to go try the next one. As you know, the lead sounds, we cannot really apply multiple notes. These are. So if I press like C and E at the same time, I'm going to be hearing one of them. That's one sound. And when I switch to this third option, as you see, there's 2 instruments here. But instrument A is active and B it's not. So if you want your sound, if you want to audition your sound, both of them are on, you just turn it on. let's say you like that sound, but the second sound you added is a little bit too much, so maybe you can bring this one, and let's say you want to pan this one a little bit here, and the organ's real thing a little bit on the right. You can add effects here if you like. You can transpose your notes after your or before you're writing. You can go part transpose as a semitone. You can go up and down there, apply those. There are a couple of other playing option, arpeggiation option, I believe this one. Some stuff that I haven't really used it too much, like these ones, but going over the instrument, I'd like to talk about the smart knobs a little bit. This is kind of important, but before we talk about that, I'd like to continue a couple of other sounds. Let's keep on going here, and vintage synth lead. Okay, that's cool. We can audition thousands of sounds here. If you want the guitars, we go under guitar. If you want to go to strings, there's so many string options. Look at that. We have so many loops and so forth. What would be another way of choosing? Let's talk about that. We went to the Librarian menu. The other way to choose that is going to this little plugin setting selector. Press on it. I'm on the vintage right now. Under the soft leads, you can choose, this is under the soft lead, you can choose anything that you want, as we were choosing like on the Librarian menu. If you're still after a lead sound, then maybe we can go and choose here another lead, and it's that lead right now. We can you can just technically go and choose whichever one you want, and it will show you right here up there what you're using. There's something called Marvin. Let's go back to this vintage synth sound. I kind of like that one. This is another way to do it, and as soon as you press down, most people I know use the Librarian menu. Drop down menu looks like our insert window a little bit. It's kind of more common in a way to select.